Right then, well, we've managed to get all of the meat last night. Obviously, I'm going to have to wait until tonight to replace that lot. Just hope what we've got will last long enough. I mean, it's got to be off, but I don't want it to literally rot so that it's not usable. But let's see where we got to, because at least we've got the baths done.
Shit, what's going on?
So, how am I doing so far?
Good work, Henry. The whole village is shaking in its boots. Soon, people won't step outside the door without saying 3 Hail Marys.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm beginning to feel haunted myself.
Half the village is without rosaries. Someone even wanted to buy one from me.
And did you sell it?
I don't trade in such banal goods. But I sold him a cat's paw.
I didn't know a cat's paw was good for warding off revenants.
Henry, all the goods I have are good for warding off revenants. The baths are closed. No one will tell you why, but everyone is clearly frightened. No one in Ledechko would eat a single egg, even if they had any, because all the hens are hexed.
Well, at least they've got fuel for their fires. So, the job is done, eh?
Not quite.
But you just said the whole village is shaking with fear.
The whole village, but for one individual.
Well, surely that doesn't matter.
That's what I thought too. Only this fellow is giving everyone the benefit of his wisdom. He needs shaking up before he undoes your good work.
But if he's not been scared yet, what more can I do to frighten him?
Well, when he's not hanging around here ruining my trade, he's in the tavern boasting that he'd happily sleep by that empty grave to prove there's no revenant.
Yeah, I bet he would.
Exactly. He just needs a little persuasion. And once he's there, make it the most terrifying night of his life.
Well, what are we waiting for then?
It's best to be well prepared. You ought to find out something about him, so there's no surprises.
The gossip woman?
Naturally. And Henry, before we get to that grave, you can still try and come up with more ways to frighten the villagers. The more terrified they are, the more groschen there'll be in it for me. For us, that is. Good luck then.
Okay, so there's still more to do then. Right, let's find out who this is and what he's scared of.
Good God. What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
Good wife.
You're still here, lad? I thought you'd have fled by now.
Fled? Why on earth would I do that?
Because there's a revenant on the prowl. The whole village is talking about it, and everyone is terrified.
Ah, that. But I heard there's one brave lad who's not afraid.
You mean Felix?
Well, I don't know what his name is, but he's always arguing in the tavern that there's no revenant.
That's him. The fool doesn't believe what's going on under his own nose. He hasn't the sense he was born with.
Is he brave or just stupid? Surely he's afraid of something.
I couldn't tell you. But if he's to be believed, he doesn't fear the devil himself.
And do you believe him?
Well, it's true he never seems bothered by anything. But then he's always with that other pair.
What pair?
2 mates of his.
But he was alone in the tavern.
Aye, they're not locals, but outside the village, wherever he goes, they go with him.
He even said he'd spend the night at the graveside, just to prove there's no revenant.
Aye, all talk and no action.
Who are these 2 fellas?
They're not bad lads, but they're no heroes, that's for sure.
How's that?
Them 2 have their fears, but then who doesn't?
What are they afraid of?
The first one wouldn't even go into the woods alone because he's afraid of wild animals.
Ah, is that so? I wonder why.
He got lost in the forest as a young lad, and he wasn't found till next morning. Shaking and pale as a ghost he was when they found him.
Poor lad. Must have been scared out of his wits.
That he was.
What about the other one?
He's afraid of fire.
Why?
His own father burned him, God forgive him. As a young lad, he was playing with fire and nearly set fire to the house. So his pa taught him a lesson he wouldn't forget.
Poor lad. That's a terrible way to teach a child.
My words, exactly.
Ah, it's been an interesting chat. Thanks, good wife.
So, we don't know anything about that feeling. But we do know about the two people he keeps company with. Not from Ledechko themselves. Ah, now there's somebody I might want to have a chat with.
I'm glad to see you.
You look a bit worried, bailiff.
How can I not be? What with the whole village complaining about ghosts?
Ghosts?
An empty grave that they say a revenant crawled out of. They talk of nothing else.
You don't think there's any truth to it?
No, it's nothing but old wives' tales.
But how come the grave is empty?
You don't need any magic to dig up a grave. A spade will do.
But why would anyone do that? Surely no God-fearing Christian would dig up the grave of some poor soul who hasn't even got the piece of hallowed ground to rest in.
A God-fearing Christian? No.
So you suspect someone?
Could be. There's been a band of good-for-nothing itinerants hanging around recently. They weren't making any trouble, though, so I let them be. But this is going too far.
How do you know it was them?
Who else would it be?
What about the Revenant?
Oh, don't you start. That revenant of yours is nothing but idle hands doing the devil's work. I'd send them packing myself if I had the time and the men.
Supposing I help you get rid of them.
You look like you know how to handle yourself.
You bet I can. It wouldn't be wise to fool with me.
I don't doubt it, but I don't want any bloodshed in my parish. There's enough trouble already with one long-dead corpse.
Don't worry, Master Bailiff. I'll be the very soul of discretion.
Then I'll gladly accept your help. Is there anything you need to know?
Who are these people?
Just some itinerants who'd rather roam the roads than do an honest day's work. They're not cutthroats, though, just petty thieves and beggars.
What are they doing here?
Damned if I know, or where they came from. Except for one fella who's from Ledechko. But the rest are from God knows where.
Are they armed?
As much as any thief. Who isn't these days?
Where can I find them?
Last I heard, they were a bit away from the village, across the river by the old mine.
Okay.
That's all I need to know. I'll get going.
Good luck.
So he's not too convinced then. Right, let's go and have a quick chat with a charlatan.
Huh? Damn. Why are you waking me?
What do you mean waking you? Never mind.
This brave fella, Felix his name is, if we can get him to spend the night at the grave, he won't be alone. Wherever he goes, he always has two mates tagging along.
Like he's afraid to be alone.
Could be.
So, if we could get him there alone, it shouldn't be too hard to scare him.
Maybe, maybe not. He claims he's not afraid of anything.
That's easy to say. I'm not so sure. Only, we have to get rid of the other two. What do you know about them?
One of them is afraid of wild animals. Won't even go into the woods on his own.
I see. And the other one?
He's afraid of fire, but I doubt an ordinary campfire would do the trick.
Well, we'll think of something. Anyway, you take care of the first one.
How, though?
Haven't you learned anything from me? Talk to a dog.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Any particular one, Master?
The most frightening one, of course.
And how am I supposed to recognize him? One looks the same as another.
By his bark, naturally. Can't you hear him? He'd scare the wits out of anyone.
That's a dog.
Either that or Satan in the guise of a beast.
All right. And what do I do with him?
Have a conversation with him and see if you can mimic his bark.
Yeah, great idea. People will think I'm barking mad.
See you later.
I must admit, I've been wondering what that weird noise is. It sounds horrible. It seems to be coming from over here somewhere. There. What the heck? Have a look and see what I can find this thing. Good grief.
Come on then. Bark. What a beast you are. All right, let's see. Ruff. Ruff.
That's not good.
Again. Boo. 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 Boo.
You do better than that.
Boo. 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 That's still not quite it. Yeah. Boo. 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 That's it. And now I'm officially the village idiot.
So, that doesn't sound like what I was listening to. What I heard was absolutely horrific.
Hey.
That's horrible. That's what I heard.
What's the matter with you?
Exactly. It's your bloomin' dog. Seriously, dude? Anyway, let's go and talk to the charlatan. Right, one village idiot to another.
So, how did you get on?
I found that mutt. Although from the noises it made, you'd hardly guess it was a dog.
So you've learned to bark.
I have, master.
So bark.
I never thought I'd stoop so low. Moo! Moo!
Perfect.
But what if it's not enough?
Ah, ye of little faith. Besides, can you think of any other way?
If we want to have him there on his own, I could always knock the other two out.
And what if he finds them unconscious?
I can always haul them off somewhere he won't find them.
Just make sure you don't botch it, Henry. It could easily turn very sour.
Don't worry. But what about the other fella?
Ah, yes, apprentice. You have the good fortune to witness a genius at work. Watch and learn. An oil lamp.
An oil lamp?
Precisely. Isn't it ingenious?
A marvellous invention, I grant you. But what do you want to do with it?
That's the clever part. I've hung a lamp like this over the Revenant's grave. All you have to do is shoot it down. It'll fall on the grave and burst into flames.
Well, that could work. Only...
Only what?
How can you be sure I'll manage to shoot it down?
I believe in you, Henry. You're my apprentice, versed in the ways of our craft.
Right, I almost forgot.
Anyway, you can practice. The lamp is already hanging up. It just hasn't been lit yet.
Aye, I'll give it a go. And then what?
Then you just have to goad our Felix into putting his money where his mouth is.
But what if he doesn't fall for it?
Refusing would ruin his credibility. Go and see him. I'll bet you anything, if you present it right, he'll jump at it.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Good. Don't delay, though. Practice with the lamp first, if you like, or just go straight to him.
I think I better get some practice in. Although I must admit I need to go and see this execution. Tell you what, let's get some practice on the lamp first. Ah! I think we found this camp. The people that the bailiff were talking about. I'll have a chat with him because he wanted them out of the area, didn't he?
Who's that? Well, I never.
Careful,
No
dog.
business here. Clear off.
What do you want, boy?
The bailiff sent me after you.
Oh, yeah? I'm shitting myself.
Well, you better take a good look at me and think again.
Ah, all right. Well, what does the bailiff want from us?
I'm supposed to get you to leave.
What's the problem, all of a sudden?
Someone hereabouts dug up a grave, and the bailiff reckons you lot are mixed up in it.
Sure, might as well blame us for everything. Why not? I suppose we burned down Skullets, too.
Don't play the innocent lamb with me. You know what I think?
No, and I don't much care.
Well, maybe you ought to.
Oh, yeah? Why?
Ah, no, there's an idea. There is an idea. How about we actually get them to help us?
Because I can offer you a job.
Doing what? Don't expect us to break our backs for a few groschen.
Perish the thought. No, it's something more suited to your, talents. I need someone to frighten people a little.
Frighten who?
The Ledechko villagers.
Ha ha! Them lot are already shitting themselves on account of that revenant.
Aye, but not quite enough to suit me.
And how do you want us to do it?
A bit of fire would be good, since the dead man was a charcoal burner. Some flames flickering in the night, that would scare them.
Aye, all the more so since the fellow was accused of arson.
How do you know that?
One of us is from Ledechko. He was only a youngster when it all happened, but he remembers the fires all right.
I see. Well, that should scare them out of their wits then.
You bet it will. So what's in it for us?
I'll put in a good word for you with the bailiff, and he'll leave you be.
What would you tell him?
Well, I could tell him I saw someone else near the grave. Cumans, maybe?
Well, that would help, I suppose. All right, deal.
Just make sure no one sees you.
Don't worry. They always turn us a blind eye anyway.
Now, that could be useful. Useful indeed. Now, what time is it? Right, I think we need to be heading back to the executioner. Come on, you two, let's get moving. Well, there's a few people here, dog. I think we might be just a bit early, though. I think we'll just have to wait around. And hopefully they'll get this show on the road. I think it's going to be quite an interesting one, too. I do.
Into your hands, Lord, I commend my spirit. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, who redeemed me by his precious blood, have mercy on me and lead me to eternal glory. Amen.
What the
Oops. Oh, man, that's bad. I'm surprised he doesn't have a hood on. Usually the executioner isn't known. Ooh. Ooh, Struth. Well, that was uneventful. You've killed him, dude? I was half like expecting him to like throw them away. Oopsie. It's not your day, mate, is it? Oh dear. Yes, it is, dog. It is a bit of a pity, really. I think we better go and tell Herman. Herman, I mean. Oops. Have a chat with the bailiff just out of curiosity if we can.
God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
No, it doesn't matter.
Take care now.
Right, come on, let's go and see Herman. I'm sure he'll be extremely pleased. Oh man, that must have really hurt when he was getting his head chopped. Man, and he took a few goes to slice his head off. Oh dear me. His reputation will be going down the toilet, I can see that. Hello, dog. You're stuck. Yeah, you're stuck. Where's Herman? Oh, don't tell me Herman's up there. If Herman's up... Oh, there he is there.
Did you see that? An utter disgrace.
It certainly was. The executioner couldn't hold his head high after that.
True. The whole crowd was looking forward to it, and right at the start he fucked up the beheading. And then he took the tongs and... and the fellow kicked the bucket right away. Jesus, how he gaped. and then furious as a rabid dog, furious, he grabs the last one. And he wasn't even able to hang him. I'll be forever grateful to you, Hal. You saved my job, and you deserve a reward for it.
Thank you.
Ah, Struth, I must admit you had me cracked up there. Right then. I think we'd best get back to Ledechko then. We'll have a chat with the bailiff. Ah, there's the bailiff over there. Hello, Master Bailiff.
God save. What can I do for you?
Here I am, bailiff.
So, how did it go?
I talked to those itinerants, and I'm sure they're not mixed up in it.
How can you be so sure?
Well, those lazy beggars. Digging up a grave is too much like work for them.
You could be right. Well, that hasn't helped much then. I still have an empty grave and no explanation for it. See you later.
Okay. Right then, now I need to have a chat with this so-called Fearless Felix. Oh, there he is.
I've heard there's a revenant haunting these parts.
Ah, you don't want to believe those old wives' tales.
Well, it's not true then.
Of course not. It's just a lot of fairy tales.
Oh, I don't know. Aren't you afraid?
Ha! What's there to be afraid of?
Well, that's easy to say.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. It's just that, well, bold talk doesn't prove anything.
Are you saying I'm lying?
Well, can you prove your claims?
What?
Well, supposing you spent the night at that grave, like you say. That'd prove there's no revenant, wouldn't it?
You reckon so? I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. Besides, since you're so fearless, it'd be nothing to you, right?
Aye, that's right.
How about something to buck up your courage? Ah, probably not. You don't need it.
I don't, but it can't hurt.
I'm feeling generous here. Have some moonshine.
Thanks, Em.
So when are you going to do it?
Just as soon as I can in the evening.
Right. And now you can... Shh! Quiet, Henry. You'll give us away.
Sorry. What's that you're wearing?
What do you think it is?
I don't know, some new fashion?
It's my Revenant costume, of course.
My apologies, Master, for not recognising it immediately.
You obviously still have a lot to learn.
So did they come?
Yes, all three. They're camping at the top of the hill.
Right. I'll have time to get haunting then. Where do I start?
I'll leave that up to you. The main thing is to scare off the two cronies first. I'll take care of fearless Felix.
So I'll scare one off with the lamp?
Yes, just make sure no one sees you shooting.
And the other one with fearsome noises.
That will probably take a few attempts. Ideally, a bit at a time.
Let him work up an appetite for more, so to speak.
I couldn't have put it better myself. Just don't give yourself away.
I won't, but if they do happen to see me coming...
Then you'd better vanish like a wisp of smoke, or make some excuse.
And what will you be doing?
I'll wait somewhere out of the way for a while, and then I'll crash in. So make sure the other two are gone by then.
All right.
I cannot believe you're wearing that. Right, I better change gear because they'll just basically see me coming from a mile away if I wear all this clanking armor. Right, so don't want that or that. Come on. Take them off. That on. Right, that should do the trick. Actually, while we're at it, we'll pop some of that and some of that. Hello. Rest. Ooh. Truth, we're right here. Alright, okay, so that's them over there. Right, so I've got to press X. See them, right, there's the... There's the landing. There's the three of them over there, right, so I'm gonna... Trouble is, I was practicing with my bow from behind there, so I'm gonna have to go all the way around. Try it again. Yeah, I was practicing from this side, so I'm assuming if it falls off, they'll notice it at least. Well, the trouble is, I did this in the rain. Oh, slightly higher up there. Oh. Yep, it's going to take me a few attempts, I must admit. Come on. Oh, I'm just glad I brought plenty of arrows with me. Oh. Ooh. Get out the way. Sounded like somebody spooked. Yeah, it sounded like somebody did get spooked there, so that's good. So now I've got to try and scare the other one off by pretending to sound like a wild animal.
Are you sure it was a good idea coming here at night?
Ah, nonsense. What's there to be afraid of here?
Well, wolves for one thing.
And have you ever seen a wolf around here?
No, but I heard them.
Calm down.
Hey, what was that? A wolf? No, it can't be a wolf. But what? Christ, that noise again. What the?
Some animal, I suppose.
Ah, probably nothing. Oh, no, not again. No, please, God, no. I can't stand this. No, no, please, no. They're everywhere. They'll devour me.
At least he ran off.
I've got to get away from here.
So there's Fearless Felix over there then, so we've just got to wait for the master to come along, a wonderful charlatan. Where is he? Oh, there he goes. This is going to be a hoot.
I didn't do anything. Leave me alone. Please.
Oh, that just cracked me up. Right, what time is it? Right, I'll tell you what. I think we're gonna head back to the I think I'm gonna go. I want to quickly get back. I want to get back and get the meat swapped out if I can first. I just can't believe that. Oh, drat! This meat isn't getting spoiled quickly enough. We can still use it. Why not? That'll be those blooming guys we found out in the camp going around doing that. Try and see if we can replace at least some of these things.
Not spoiled enough. There
You're
were
kidding me?
chickens for sure. Yeah, chickens. I think. This isn't spoiled enough.
I think I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow night then. Oh, right. Oh, they're still at it. Right, so now that the meat's spoiled, let's replace these. They've got they look disgusting. Done the chickens. We need to do the lamb next. That sounds horrible, that. Right, so there's a lamb up here. Ew. I'm surprised if anybody can sleep. Then there's the venison. Right, so we've done that then. Okay, so I think the only thing left is... Well, I need to get some sleep. Then we're going to go and see the charlatan in the morning then. Oh, that's true. Right, grab my torch. Make my way back to bed. That's me done for today. I know you want the bones, but you can't have them, dude. Gotta give him a decent burial. I mean, I mean, he deserves it, to be honest, poor guy.
Nearly have some rest.
Come on. Let's go and see the charlatan.
From magical herbs plucked from the flanks of Mount Olympus.
You come up with such garbage.
Ah, my dear apprentice, how happy I am to see you.
So, it all worked out then?
Like a dream. I didn't sell half as much in Sasau.
That's good news. Now, about that thing you promised me.
Your well-deserved reward, certainly. Here you have it. Here's something extra for you. I sold a lot more than I expected, and I think it's all thanks to you.
What will you do now?
I could go now. I've coin enough, but I'll wait a while before moving on.
Why? I thought you didn't want to stay too close to Sasau for long.
But what if you needed my help?
Indeed. How could I forget all you've done for me? Well, at least I'll know where to find you.
Yeah, straight. Right, come on. Let's get this bloomin' potion to Sir Hans. Ah, there you go. There's Sir Hans over there, dude. Let's go and have a chat with him.
God bless you. What troubles you?
I got you that potion from the charlatan.
What charlatan? He's a man of learning who even cured the Pope of impotence. But thanks, Henry. I really appreciate your help. Once I drink this potion, every woman will faint at my feet. But I'm only interested in one. The fairest creature on God's green earth.
Yeah, the butcher's daughter, I know. And then what?
A rendezvous. She and I, under the cloak of night. And you shall be my herald of exalted words. You will hide and prompt me from a book of poetry.
I'll do what?
Here's a book of poems. I'll need a little time to get ready. Meanwhile, you can learn some poems off by heart. You'll prompt me.
Learn poetry? Me? That sounds... well, not exactly...
Stop wasting time and get to it. Come back to me in a couple of hours. I have to get dressed up and groomed, and it'll take a while before the potion takes effect. Take care.
Come and get them.
Poems? Seriously, dude? Well, I don't think that would be a good one.
Fresh bread. Come and get it. Man cannot live by bread alone.
That could be a good... yeah. This just seems crazy. So we've got to wait until he's ready. Then we've got to read him poetry. Yeah. Right, you two. I've got to go and see Sir Hans, so just stay there, be yourselves. I cannot believe we're doing this. Come on, slow coach. Come on. Keep moving. Move, move, move. I need to go and see Sir Hans. Might not be important to you, but, you know, important to him. Seriously, you shut the door in my face. Oh, fair enough. Suppose that's your attitude, is it?
Are you ready, Sir Hans?
Henry, something's gone wrong.
Open up. I'm not going to talk to the door.
That potion tasted rather odd, and now I have a feeling my face is broken out. How do I look?
Well...
no offence, sir, but you gave me quite a fright. It looks as though you've slept with your head inside a wasp's nest.
God's holy breeches, I knew it! And it's nearly time for my rendezvous with Carolina. What am I going to do?
Surely you're not going to give up on account of a few pimples. If Carolina doesn't appreciate your charm, she's not worth the effort.
Do you think she will? Even though I've got a face like an arse?
You'll sweep her off her feet. You'll see.
All right, Henry. I'll do it. Let's go.
Go on then, lover boy. Don't you shut the door. Oh, good grief. Are you really going to walk at that pace? We'll be here... Ugh. I can tell it's going to take a while, isn't it? In fact, it's going to take a long while. Oh, did you trip over there? Whoa. You sure you know where you're going now? Oh, hang on. There's a guard coming through. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You were going to overtake me, weren't you?
Tell me, Henry. How many girls have you had in your life? If you've had any at all, that is.
Well, there's been a few, but I'm sure I can't compare with you.
Ha! Very true. One day plays will be written about my amorous adventures.
Comedies or tragedies?
That might depend on how things go tonight.
Fair enough. I must admit, I do have my concerns with a face like that, mind. I can't believe you went for that potion. So I take it we're going to see the butcher's daughter, so I'm assuming she's going to be at home. Come on, get moving. Hey, it's true. Might as well be having a race with a tortoise. Go on. Keep going. Watch out for the chickens.
I'll be with you, Henry.
Alright, you too.
There's another very pretty girl living in this house here, but she's already got a suitor.
Since when has that ever bothered you?
Since the time her fellow threw me headfirst into a dung heap and kicked my arse for good measure.
It seems your future subjects don't hesitate to take a stick to you when it comes to minding the women folk.
I doubt he would have done it if he recognized me. I was, incognito.
Fair enough. So she's already seen somebody, and you probably didn't check. I mean, probably a stupid question, but do you even know if this Carolina's already seen somebody? Thinking that probably doesn't even cross your mind, does it?
Merciful! What am I to do, a poor wretch whose home was burned to ashes by Sigismund Ford?
No offense, but why we're heading for the graveyard? You agreed to meet her in the graveyard?
We're almost there. You'll hide behind a gravestone or in the bushes and don't budge from there. Otherwise you might scare her off.
Okay. I've got to hide in the bushes.
What the hell are you up to?
I'm
We're
trying.
almost there. You'll hide behind a gravestone or in the bushes and don't budge from there. Otherwise you might scare her off.
I can't seriously hide behind these things.
Hide, Henry. Time to get started.
How do you know it's her who will come out and not someone else?
She got the letter and necklace, didn't she? She knows that that is, her secret admirer is coming.
And what am I supposed to do?
What do you think, dolt? Prompt me from that book of poetry.
Hang on. Apparently I need to hide somewhere. Seriously?
Who's there? I can't see you.
Your most ardent admirer, fair maid.
Uh-huh. And do you have a name?
What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would still be a flower, wouldn't it? Start. How?
Okay. I'm gonna read from the poetry book.
What are you saying? I can't hear you.
Gentle night, why linger on? I yearn thus for my love so long. Without her words to still my breast, who shall set my soul to rest?
Gentle night, why linger on? I earned this from my love so long. Whip out your worthy silky breasts. Who shall suck my salty bits?
No! And now my heart in sorrow dwells, from melancholic pining swells, since I, alas, was forced to part from the mistress of my heart.
I know my horses sort of well. Some alcohol from 9 to 12. Seems I always have whores apart from the mistress of my heart.
What on earth are you saying?
What's that hissing?
It's a feral goose here in the bushes.
Ah, Lord, let me not wait in vain. I long to see my love again. O gentle sir, be of good cheer. I shall not cling to another dear.
Landlord, let me not wait in vain. I long to sing and laugh again. O gentle sir, get off your chair. I shall not bring you another beer.
Jesus, Henry, what kind of yokel nonsense are you babbling? Me? You're the one who's babbling.
You're an odd one. I've never heard such peculiar poetry in my life. Where on earth did you come up with it?
It's the latest fashion in France.
You've done enough harm. Better shut up and leave it to me. How did you like it, dearest?
Ah, how tender you are. Father is coming! Hide!
Who is that talking? If it's some dandy again, I'll gut him with my filleting knife.
I didn't hear anyone.
Did you hear what he said? But I have a bad feeling about this, Hans. I think we should...
Are you still there?
Still here, my love. How could I have apart from you?
Father's coming! He'll kill you!
He will not. Because it'll never cross his mind where I'll be. Henry, it's time for me to claim my prize. Whatever happens, cover my back.
What?
There you are, you seducer! Now you'll see how a butcher protects his daughter's honor.
Buy me time.
You got some explaining to do, you bastard! What are you after, you bastard, sneaking around an honest citizen's house in the dark?
I went to mourn over the grave of my great-grandmother.
Oh, yeah. Then what are you doing right beneath my window, eh?
No, the question is, why are you trampling on great-granny's grave, eh?
Enough of your horse shit. One more word, and I'll have you.
You really came!
How could I not, my dearest?
Not so fast, Prince Charming. But, since you're here...
Hey, what was that?
What was what?
That noise. I'm sure I heard a strange noise.
We're here in the cemetery. Maybe restless spirits, what do you reckon?
I'd swear it came from the window of my own house.
What's that got to do with me?
Someone's been creeping around after my daughter. I come out and I find you here. Quite a coincidence, eh? So, out with the truth.
You're quite mistaken. I've never laid eyes on your daughter, and if she looks anything like you, I'd rather keep it that way.
Why, you fucking...
Mon petit lapin.
There's a lace here. Untie it.
Don't try to make a fool of me. I heard it clearly. What was that?
Are you all right? It seems to me you're hearing things other folk can't hear. That's not good.
You're saying I'm hearing voices in my head?
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sent Euphrosyne of Polotsk heard voices too, and she founded a monastery and churches and things.
I heard voices too. Well, could have been voices. I wouldn't swear to it though.
Look, fellas, I was standing right here and I didn't hear a thing. Do you take me for a madman?
Whatever you are, I want to know what you're doing under my daughter's window and who was talking to her. I heard it clear as day.
Good neighbour, it can't be denied that old age dulls a man's ears. I'm here alone, praying for the souls of the good people resting in the cemetery. I've nothing to do with your daughter.
That voice sounded different to yours, though. But where did he get to? You must have seen him. Unless you're covering for him.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Oops.
Jasem skutni hori kodelnikov sin.
What the fuck are you playing at? My patience is wearing thin.
Jasem skutni hori kodelnikov sin.
Jesus, stop your damn screeching.
Nakopeczku stala plakala. Jezu Maria, volala. Jezu Maria, Jezu jemine. Budale tu chlapec nebone. Budale tu chlapec nebone.
Christ almighty. Let's go, fellas. This one ain't right in the head. The guards will have him for screeching after curfew. Let's not get mixed up in it. But if I ever see you here again, I'll beat some sense into your idiot skull.
Oh, dear me. Can't believe that actually worked. Oh, good grief.
Oh.
Still gotta go and see him in the morning. Oh, that's grief. Some people. I guess he had some fun last night. But I feel justified in waking him up and asking him how it went.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
How did it go with Carolina, Sans?
Henry, it was the most wonderful night of my life. She was completely entranced by my courting. I hardly had to touch her, and she melted in my arms. And then she took me to paradise. It was glorious. It was sublime. Thanks, in part, to you, my faithful henchman and messenger of love. You've earned your reward.
It was an honour, Sir Hans. When are you going to see her again?
Oh, I'm not going to see her again. All beautiful things must come to an end, and, after all, I am a nobleman, and she is the butcher's daughter.
Well, that's how it ends, with the love of your life. After the secret gifts, the letters, the intrigues, reciting poetry in the moonlight.
My eloquence was wasted on her, Henry. Imagine, the silly cow couldn't even read. She returned the letter to me unopened. Here's the letter, Henry. Read it. At least you're capable of appreciating my literary talent. Read and learn from a poet. Take care.
Okay, well if she didn't read it, who the heck did? Because she obviously knew you were coming. Oh, God. Let's have a read of this if we can find it. Oh, Stu. Yeah, I can't honestly say that's poetic, I must admit. Right, so I think it's time for another Rat-A Tawny. Then we've got to get back to the serious problems.
And well, I'm sure we can come to some agreement, your lordship.
Well, bearing in mind, Master Butcher, that we have nothing to come to agreement about yet.
Well, yes, sir. No, sir. Well, I thought I ought to let you know what happened. My daughter's good name could be besmirched, dragged through the mud. And his young lordship's too, of course.
Well, only if she should find herself with a permanent reminder.
Oh, well, that could happen yet, sir, couldn't it? If her belly starts to grow. You know how word gets around, and, well, folk would assume that Sir Hans is the father, even if some other young fellow was to come along in the meanwhile, and Well, you know, we already know. The girl can't be watched.
Are you trying to blackmail me? Have you forgotten that I am the lord of this town and that you are nothing but a stinking butcher?
Oh, God forbid, sir. I'm just thinking of his young lordship's reputation and my girl's. But, of course, if his young lordship was to recognize the bastard as his own and pay for his upbringing...
You can thank your lucky stars you're the only butcher around here. Otherwise, I'd have you out on your ear this very day.
But, sir, I'm only...
Here, take this, you damn scoundrel, and never show your face here again.
Oh, thank you, your lordship. I'm sure this will be enough. Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
Blasted fool capon. I'll wring his neck. I'll have his balls on a platter!
Oops. Where was I? Oh yeah. There is the tour I need to do, but I need to get back to the serious. I mean, I really need to go and scout out this camp for Sir Radzig. Oh, there he goes. He's such a troublemaker, you know. It's amazing how he gets away with it.